RVBN, the Rich Video Blog Network, home to weekly NFL predictions, top 10 list of everything and anything, great personality profile video blogs, sports video blogs, professional wrestling video blogs, and a whole lot more. A great collection of my work is on Facebook, YouTube, and other websites. RVBN, the only video blog on the internet that matters. Good morning, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. This is Rich again, back for your first video blog of the day for Thursday, November 10th, 2016, around 7:51 in the morning in Billerica, Massachusetts. It's going to be a sunny day out today, about 52, 53 degrees, which is a couple of degrees below average, but you know, it's more comfortable than the cold and the heat. And this weekend, it's going to be chilly on Saturday. Some news to report on the RVBN News. Why the Washington Wizards creamed the Boston Celtics by the score of 118-93. Celtics are having a slow start this year, but it's going to come around to them. And it's happy birthday to the United States Marine Corps, 241 years old. And 47 years ago today, the classic TV children's show Sesame Street made its debut on NET, which is now PBS. So, happy birthday, Sesame Street. That's about it on the news from the RVBN News. Why be back in flash. I'm back. My first video blog subject of the day is my personality profile. Today's personality profile is about one of the best second basemen in Major League Baseball history, Ryne Sandberg, also known as ryne. Ryne played 15 seasons in the major leagues, mainly with the Chicago Cubs, and he was one of the best hitters of the 1980s and 1990s. Ryne was born and grew up in Spokane, Washington, and he was named after MLB pitcher Ryne Duran, who was known for wearing Coke bottle glasses. And when Ryne was in high school, he played basketball and baseball in high school, but he was known for being a great football player. He was quarterback of his high school football team and actually a parade All-American his senior year. In fact, a lot of colleges were recruiting Ryne to play for them as quarterback. He signed a letter of intent to play for Washington State University in 1978, but he signed with the Philadelphia Phillies that year, and he decided to go with baseball. Ryne spent 3.5 seasons in the Phillies organization as a shortstop, second baseman, and third baseman. He had a cup of coffee with the Philadelphia Phillies in 1981. He was a decent ball player, but there was no way that Ryne Sandberg would crack the Phillies lineup, because at the time they had Mike Schmidt at third base, Larry Bowa at second base, and Manny Trio at they had Larry Bowa at shortstop and Manny Trio at second base, and all three of those players were established major leaguers, and the only way that Ryne was made the Phillies if he was with a utility hitter, or if he learned to play the outfield, but he didn't want to do that, so the Phillies traded him to the Chicago Cubs in 1982, which became one of the most lopsided deals in Major League Baseball history. Ryne spend the rest of his career with the Chicago Cubs, and he made 2 playoff appearances, a very clutch hitter, and also a great defensive second baseman. He was great with turning double plays and great with fielding, didn't commit a lot of errors as a second baseman. And here's some of his statistics. 6 seasons, Ryne had 20 or more home runs in a season. 14 times he had 100 or more hits in a season. 6 times he scored 100 or more runs. 14 times he had 20 or more doubles in a season. 9 times he stole at least 20 or more bases. He hit 305 times. 10 times he played in the All-Star game. He was usually voted the starting second baseman for the National League each and every year. 9 times he was a Gold Glove winner. It's as a second baseman. 7 times he was a Silver Slugger Award. In 1984, Ryne won the Most Valuable Player in the National League, and 2 other times Ryne finished in the top 10 of MVP voting. He was baseball's first player to make at least $7 or more million in a year when he signed a new contract with the Chicago Cubs in 1992, but he actually production declined during that time, and in 1994 Ryne actually retired from baseball for a season and a half because he said he did not have any desire to play again, but he rescinded that in 1996 and he played 2 more seasons with the Cubs before retiring for good in 1997. Ryne's career stats were .285 career hitter, 282 home runs, 1,061 RBIs, 2,386 hits, 1,318 runs scored, 403 doubles, and 344 stolen bases. After Ryne retired from the Cubs, he kind of a little bit kept a low profile for a couple of years. Then he resurfaced as like a baseball columnist on ESPN Radio 1000 in Chicago, and he actually appeared on ESPN 1000 in Chicago as like a baseball analyst. And in 2005, Ryne was inducted into Baseball Hall of Fame on his 3rd try, which he got over 77% of the vote. That was the same year the Chicago Cubs retired as number 23. And in the mid-2000s, Ryne started to become a manager in the minor leagues. His goal was to manage a big league club. He managed several seasons in the minors for the Chicago Cubs. Then he moved over to the Philadelphia Phillies system. In 2013, Ryne got his chance to manage a big league club with the Philadelphia Phillies. He managed the Phillies for parts of 3 seasons. He never had a winning season. His record was 119, 159, but the Phillies are like a rebuilding team, which they had no shot to make the World Series, so he just got his feet wet and he left after the middle of 2015 season. And Ryne Sandberg's probably one of the best second basemen in Major League Baseball history. He was actually the all-time leader in home runs for second baseman before Jeff Kent passed him. And that's about it on Ryne. I will be back later. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Google+. 2 more video vlogs coming for you. One will be about the former game show Dotto in 1958, hosted by Jack Nas, which was a hot game show, but it got canceled because it was fixed. And third and final video vlog on that will be about the top 10 TV shows of all time on MTV. Keep calm, everybody. I'm Julie Button Guy. Rose Blood, WCCO, nice like it does a bit hot, so stunning, she's best. Amy Sweezy's awesome Amy. Linda Church of WPIX Channel 11, such a whacking cougar's got best legs in New York City. Barbara Gibbs of ABC 11 has a sweet southern accent. And Annie's gonna see the rapid today, the web's gonna run away. Bye.